Hey guys, how do we keep it dirty off-road? We're gonna go scout some trails that we know, but after some serious flash flood damage. Those of you guys have been following along the news, the Southwest has been getting pretty hammered with rain, flash flooding, and everything. And some of our favorite trails, the Mojave, are damaged. So today, I got a friend of mine coming in from Idaho that we haven't ridden together in a long time. We planned this trip a long time ago before we realized all the flooding was happening. Since they're some of our favorite trails, we're actually gonna go check them out, see the state of them. It's going to be an adventure. We don't know what we're going to encounter. Right now, we're at South Point. Even though we're not going to start trails like till 30 miles from here, we decided to stay at South Point because Prim is awful. Prim hotels are just awful. We're at South Point. We're going to get breakfast. We're going to hit the trails and see what we get. And as you guys see, I have the truck loaded up big time. I have all my gear, all my recovery gear in there from the boards and everything, including the brand new open road winch on there. Because I have a feeling we may need some of that today. So we'll see. It's going to be an adventure. So everybody say hi to Brian. So, for those that don't know, Brian was there when I did my first off-road run. Dirt Days Pioneer Town to Big Bear run. Yep. Right? It was the first ever Dirt Day runs. It was the first run we actually ever hosted. And Dirt Days started off with Brian and I doing the actual first couple of runs. I'll talk about that story as to why we're not Dirt Days anymore one day, just not today. And Brian, you brought what? You got a Gen 3, right?
Gen 3, yeah.
Yeah. Now, because gas prices suck, I do have to top off before I top off because I may not get a chance to do a full tank at Prim because it won't let me do 2 credit card charges. So I have to top off before we top off. It's stupid. Hey, look at this. It's more expensive than Cali. What the fuck? Pretty dry, but you can tell it's rain. Look at all that green. Never green out here. It's a dark green, but look at that. The mountains up there. That's some extra green. It's normally never here. Second top off at Prim. Look at that, gas is here. It's fucking stupid. We're in Nevada, what the fuck?
I filled up yesterday, so I don't have to put as much in as you did.
Yeah, I still gotta put a couple bucks, but it's gonna suck. It was at Prim that we first noticed signs of all the flooding.
I've swear all the time times I've been out here, I don't think I've ever seen water like this, you know, off the highway.
Never seen water in this lake bed. The flooding was so bad here 2 days before we passed that the water actually crested over the 15, and you can actually see all the signs of the dirt and everything on the 15 because it was actually closed because of all the flooding. And in fact, at the time of filming this video, every single road in and out of the Mojave was closed due to damage.
It looks like the road is closed up ahead. Hopefully we can get around it. They close it because of damage to the road, or you know what?
Yeah, when the thunderstorms first started, the whole Mojave was closed because of the damage. There's quite a bit of debris on the roads and all that stuff. So this road is most likely closed because they haven't had a chance to clean it up.
Both good and bad because we get to kind of see what the damage looks like, but bad because we might have to navigate it.
Before you go out to the Mojave, make sure you're checking the National Park website for all the road closures, updates. Damage like this is going to take years to fix, and you don't want to go out there without the proper vehicle and get stuck because there's pretty massive temperature extremes out there. We got to our starting point to air down, and temps were high, so we were hopeful, but there had just been a lot of rain in the area, so that meant all the bugs come out, all the caterpillars come out when there's rain in the desert. They're all over the ground. It's like it's moving. No joke, ground looked like it was moving. There was so many bugs everywhere. Alright guys, you guys almost ready?
Almost, give me just another minute. I'm up.
Okay, so normally this is a fast trail, but we are going to take it easy because of the washouts. I don't know what kind of drop off we're going to get or anything like that. Also make sure you guys keep your distance, right? Especially if the dust comes up, you can't see, slow down and stop and make sure the guy behind you knows you stop. And Brian, since you're on a handheld, just keep in mind, man, we're probably not going to be able to hear you sometimes, so make sure you get an acknowledgement from one of us if you call something out, okay? Because if we don't acknowledge it, means we didn't hear it.
Alright, should be good.
Alright, that was fun. Brian, you may want to put your hazard on too soon to so you're visible. Now, if you don't have chase lights, use your hazards to stay visible. This is a nice little trick we've done in the past. First wash at 12, it's not too bad. Wash at 12, not bad. Our first messed up wash at 11, guys. Be careful, it's passable, but just take it slow. Take it slow at 11.
Good coffee, caution at 11. Damn, this is massive.
At least it's passable, dude. I'm afraid of some of the ones coming out. Okay, another wash at 9.5. This one's a little loose, but it's not bad. 9.5. Overall, the washouts were not bad. They were dry and they were not that deep. After only a few miles, there was little to no damage on the trails for all this first section, and we were able to run pretty fast. All right, so we just finished our first section of trails, and it was the trails I was most worried about because of all the recent flash flooding. We just passed through the section where the flooding was so bad that it closed to 15. Luckily, we only saw a little bit of trail damage at the beginning. The rest was, I mean, there was water, but there was basically anything. So it was kind of cool. Gonna keep going. Hopefully it stays like this. I'm not too confident about this next section, the closer we start getting to Kelbaker, but we'll see. All right, so that was kind of comforting. That was very little damage. So hopefully the rest of the trip is like that, guys. Very little damage. Now this is a fun section of the Mojave. Lots of rolling hills, you have to stay vigilant, but you're driving through a massive Joshua Tree forest. I think this thing is over 2,000 years old. For the most part, the trails are not damaged here, but we did see signs of flooding that made some sections of the trail a little rough. Ooh. Big bump at 19 after that wash, guys. Be careful. The road gets a little rough after 19.
It's a shame they get through. That was a good fun little section right there.
So that section was perfect, man. Very little damage, but I think we're starting to get to the areas where the water really started coming down.
You're seeing a lot of like washed out little spots in the road.
We're blown away by all the green though, especially in an upcoming burn area that a couple years ago was completely barren. I'm gonna go ahead and stop at 14, guys. We got some down power line poles. It's kind of a cool little thing to check out with all the burns and shit around us. It's amazing seeing this area. If you guys never been here, this is the area that got burned a few years back. And this was bare. There was nothing here.
Dude, I don't think I've ever seen this green. Ever.
Yeah. Yeah, so we just got into this section and just wow. And it's sad too, because this area has probably a ton of mature trees everywhere. A couple years ago, there was a fire that went through here. And this was all bare. There was like nothing. There's nothing on the ground. And it damaged a lot of these power line poles. Looks like they repaired some, but not all. And then look at this. Look at all the green everywhere. This was all barren. It's fucking flowers now. And then that over there is where we're headed. It's one of the mines we're headed to. Joshua Tree on the road. So be real careful going over it. Joshua Tree on the road. Now, if you ever come across a down Joshua Tree, I highly recommend you leave it where it lies and go around it if you can. If you can't, turn around, go somewhere else. In some national parks, Joshua trees are actually protected because they're such a sensitive species. And the laws differ wildly depending on the park. And in some parks, climbing, moving, or disturbing the trees in any way, even a down one, can carry some very steep fines. So leave them where they lie. Let the local park rangers know where you saw it so they can clean it up properly. Down for 1.45. 1.45. Rocky section completely washed out. Make sure you guys slow down before it, guys. It caught me by surprise. You can't see it when you come up on it. Now, this one section of the Mojave is beautiful. So we decided to break out the Skydio drone and have it chase us.
To go out in front of you like that, or does it just kind of like do a 360 around you as you drive it?
I can tell it what to do, man. But it flies itself, basically. It's really fucking muddy. Recommend four-wheel drive. Here's where we started to see our first real signs of major flooding. Trails were almost erased by the water. I know I should cut this section up of the video down, but it's just too cool not to, so please enjoy the clips. This next section is one of the cinder mines in the Mojave. Notice how the ground's all red. That's because the area of the Mojave is littered with cinder domes, or what most of y'all know as volcanoes. Long time ago, they were being mined for cinder for road construction, so if you ever driven on a red paved road, it had cinder in it. Now, I love this section of the Mojave. The views here are epic. So this is what they call, I think it's Cima, however the hell you're supposed to say C-I-M-A.
Cima, whatever.
Yeah, I think this is Cima cinder mine. I always call it Cima. For some reason, to me, it sounds better as Cima. But this is one of those places where they were mining it, and then they turned this into a park, and they abandoned it. And I mean, there's a ton of cars and other stuff here that they just abandoned it. But basically, this whole valley is nothing but cinder cones. So we're in a cinder cone now, but see that? That's another cinder cone, and there's a bunch of them over there, see? Another one over there. The lava tubes that are out here is because of this hotspot that created all this shit. All right, so far the trails have been pretty good, right? Very minimal damage. Been nice and fun. We haven't gone as fast as we normally go through here because we're being extra cautious, but it's been great. We only found one section that was fully washed out, and that's the part we just came in on. That was it. Everything else has been good. So next up is another one of these mines. I think it's Aiken Cinder. Then we go look at the damage of Cal Baker Road. I really want to see how fucked up that road is. What's your guys' thoughts?
I've only seen the news reports, so I don't know how bad it's going to be, but it'll be interesting to see.
I just want to see if we can even drive over it.
Yeah.
Because that's our way out in case Jackass Canyon is all flooded out.
We should go last. Yeah, test out that winch.
We do have to test out this winch. Yes, we do. Mojave, though, had different plans for us. Before we head out, here's one last look of this beautiful area. Next was Aiken Mine, but before we could get to it, we had to cross a rock garden that used to be a lava flow. Here we started to see more damage. Okay, we got a messed up rocky section coming up, guys. Good, and hopefully there's a way around.
Yeah, those are some fucking massive rocks right there in the way.
Make sure you guys are in four-wheel drive for this, because it's a lake to the left. This used to be a rock garden. All of it was washed away by the recent flooding, but just enough sharp rocks were left behind to mess up tires, skids, and diffs.
Yeah, there's one rock right here. It's a bitch.
Yeah, just take it as far right as you can. This section is really fucked up, so we just gotta take it slow. The thing is we're almost out of it, but it's a nice little obstacle there at the end. Alright, so that wash right there worries me because that wash crosses this valley a few times and we crossed it a few times. That was a shit ton of water and caused the damage in it. That's all rock. That's all rock right there and it washed it away and created a lake.
There's certainly a lot of water flowing through here. Is this an area we can get stretched out in?
Get a little stretched out. We're not going to go too fast. There's a wash coming up that worries me. Our next stop was Aiken Cinder Mine for a quick lunch break and then we hopped over to the lava tubes.
Thing I've seen out here. Oh,
we're not food. We're getting chased by a condor. Go to the lava tubes. Yeah, I don't remember this side being this big. Last time we were here, there's two holes, one at the end, and then there's a second hole. But they've never been this fucking huge, though. I wonder if the water caused all this.
Possible. I mean,
seriously, dude, he's eyeballing us.
Come on down, fucker. I got something for you.
What the fuck, man? Long sleeves in the desert, man. That's the way to do it. Because of shit like that. But also, so you don't get sunburned, use the most moisture through your skin. basically take it easy and then what do you for sure cleared. Have Ryan let you know when you cleared. People are assholes, dude. That's all I can say. People are fucking
did it
assholes.
for some photo.
Dude, you got that spot flashlight? Holy shit, look at that. That wasn't there before. How far does it go? But still though, dude. It goes way in there. That wasn't there before. It just kind of ended here. What do you think, man? Worthwhile stop?
Yeah. Fuck, dude, it got like 15 degrees hotter right here.
Yep. At this point, the temp started climbing and we were already seeing 100 degrees out here. Next was the Mojave Road, and what we heard was a lot of damage. All right, so this is that part I was telling you guys about that I didn't actually map. I do have it on there as a track route, but we could try it, but this section might be pretty damaged. Okay. There's tracks on it, so somebody is taking it, so hopefully it's not too crazy. So let's try it out. We'll just take it easy because this one might be pretty messed up. Now I can already tell you that the water passing through here has made this section so much better because this used to be nothing but washboards.
Oh, that water flow flattened everything out. It's pretty smooth.
Not just flattened it out, washed it away. So be careful. There are a couple of big boulders that you have to watch out for on the turns and on the straightaways. For the most part, the Mojave Road is overused. It's over-trailed quite a bit, and it's just riddled with washboards. It's pretty damaged, and this section was completely rejuvenated by water. Wow, dude, that trail is completely fucking transformed from what it was to what it is now. Holy shit! Alright, I'm at the washed out section, guys. This is impressive. It's hard to describe to you guys how drastic of a change this is. I don't have previous shots of this area, but this is where Cal Baker and the Mojave Road meet. There used to be a ton of vegetation, quite a bit of rolling hills everywhere. We're talking a few feet of desert and vegetation all gone and washed away, along with the Mojave Road. This is at least 6 to 8 feet off the ground. This large wash is where the Mojave Road used to be. And as far as the eye can see down to Soggy, the road was just washed away. Cal Baker Road was damaged in 2 sections too. All right, guys, let's go check out that other washed out section and then we'll go to Jackass.
10-4 sounds good.
Holy fuck, dude. So this is Cal Baker Road. There's 2 washouts. There's one way over there, and there's this one. And holy shit. I mean, this is just impressive. It's easily 6 foot down. That section's about to crumble. Fuck. That's just wow. It's passable if you have a high clearance vehicle, but I wouldn't recommend any kind of sedan going through these. It's also about 100 degrees out here. It's pretty fucking hot. But damn, this is nuts. Now for those thinking of coming out, that right there is where the Mojave Road runs. That's south. There's a big old sign that I'll show you here in a bit that says, yeah, don't go to Soggy. Soggy is nothing but a lake right now, and if they can come get you, it's at least $1,000 tow to try to recover you. This is nasty. I would not want to be stuck out here in 100-degree weather. No fucking way. But right now we're gonna head out to Devil's Playground, which is our alternate route. Soggy's out of the question. Now, please don't come out here with a minivan or a Prius and expecting to get through. Nothing but high clearance vehicles will be able to access this area for a long time. For those hoping to cross Soggy with all the recent rain, I'm sure it'll be dry by the time the off-road season starts in November, but you don't want to be stuck out there, and we've had quite a bit of rain since. So no going to Soggy. So that means we got to go to Devil's Playground through Jackass Canyon. Someone right over there. So we were ready for this and planned to take Jackass Canyon as an alternate route. So I don't think this section got much rain, guys, because it's still washboarded as it ever been. Not sure who named this canyon, but if you look it up, it's called Jackass Canyon, right next to Old Man Mountain and Devil's Playground. And there are also two hills called Cowhole, Little Cowhole and Big Cowhole. Someone had fun naming this area. If there was ever a section that needed some rain, it's that right there, man. Fuck, this sucks.
I feel like I just shoot my teeth out of my head. Damn.
So this section you guys see coming up, it's called Devil's Playground Sand Dunes. I don't know why it's called that, but there is a steep climb here that I'm a little worried about, so we're just gonna have to make sure we have plenty of momentum going through the sand.
That's a good copy. There's a turn here, Elliot.
Yeah, this is the only way out to. If you go straight, it goes to nothing. But this is all sand, so make sure you guys are in Baja, forward drive, or whatever mode. Fuck, nobody's been through here in a long time, dude. That's one of them. Just make sure you keep your spacing too, guys. If we got stuck, we're screwed out of here.
Got it. I've came this route before by myself. It's definitely better just more people.
Yeah, as it is, it's fucking sketchy right now, dude. Trail was gone, and I was following the line on my map because you could not really see it on the ground.
That was the climb you were worried about?
Sometimes the climb gets very steep, and it's all sand, so when we're coming down, we're actually, you risk coming down sideways. So today it looks like the sand was blown away from the climb, dude, so we were good.
You had to be like prepped and all worked up for something like going to Hill out and climb this or something, you know? I was like, shit.
Last time I went through there, it was hard to keep it straight going down. Alright guys, so here's where we kind of have to make a decision on what we want to do. Do we want to go to Afton Canyon? We can do it if we follow the train tracks. I have no idea what we're going to face out there, but it skips Soggy Lake Bed and all that stuff. Or do we go down this road that takes us to I-40? Afton is nicer looking, but Afton's going to have water. That's the only drawback, but it's water we can pass. You want to try it?
I'm fine either way.
Alright, so let's try it, and then if it gets too nasty or the road's completely gone, we'll turn around. Now this road was new to us and not what I would call fun. This is why we scout trails. Lots of debris, trees were right over the trails, and it got hot quick out here too. What's your guys' truck say the outside temperature is? Mine says 109.
Mine's at 111. Mine's at 110.
Fuck, it got hot, dude. Holy shit.
Miles.
And definitely I don't want to winch or change the tire right now. Fuck no.
Trails on the outside of the trees were bad, so we went on the inside, and then it got worse because the railroad has a negation for all the trees, so we had to go slow, but the outside trails then turned into a bog, and it was just, there was no real way to go through here. And then eventually the trails did kind of separate off, and they turned into what I call pick your own adventure. Pick your own adventure is basically trail sections with tons of different lines all going in the same direction, none of which are good. So you just kind of pick your own route based on what you're driving. I was finally able to open it up here a little bit. We took these all the way to the start of Afton Canyon. Well, we reached the river at Afton Canyon.
Looks like water.
What do you think, guys? Still keep going? I think this is passable. So we're making a decision to do Afton. There's a lot of water, like a lot of water, but I still think it's passable. Hopefully.
Let's find out.
We're about to find out. Fingers crossed we don't get stuck. Maybe we'll get to use the winch.
I said, let's hope we don't have to use the winch.
Well, if I can make it, you guys can make it, because I'm all overloaded. We'll see. But there's definitely a lot of water. Let's go.
Now, we've done the Mojave Road a few times, and I've never seen this much water in Afton Canyon. There is always some water in Afton, just not this much. The entrance from the north was not too bad. We quickly saw the trails disappear. We were basically driving on the riverbed.
Considering how much water there is down there, should we take this trail up on the right that goes on the train track?
I mean, it doesn't look like there's a lot of water down there.
It's up to you, man. We can do either or.
I'm all for playing in the mud and get the truck dirty. I don't care.
All right, fuck it. This is weird, dude. It's not like mud. It's almost like we're going over sandstone or some shit.
I mean, it may have washed away, you know, most of the stuff that was here, and that just may be what's left. I mean, how long has it been since this area got this kind of rain, you know?
What are they talking about? Like this is a 100-year event, right?
There were some signs of it, but for the most part, the Mojave Road through Afton Canyon was washed away. Mojave Road is basically the wash that is now a river, and it was impossible to gauge the firmness of it, and it would turn into a bog that traps the truck, so we were a little nervous.
That looks a little soft, doesn't it?
Somebody's come through here already.
What do you think? Should we go through over here or through there? We're gonna have to hit it anyway, somewhere over there, but still.
Yeah.
I say we be a little cautious.
Is that a no-go?
Yeah, that's a definite no-go over there.
I would say as long as we gotta keep our momentum up, you know what I mean? Don't fucking slow down if you don't have to.
So we were forced to ride on the wash and take the risk, and we probably almost got stuck.
Ooh, they got a bit sketch.
That sucked.
Can't see. Yeah, there was twice there where I was like, oh shit, go on.
We kept going, and we were able to find a nice mix of firm ground to get us all the way to the first water crossing.
Okay, we're about to cross the first water crossing. This was always not the worst one, so we'll have to see. Oh, dude, it's not even bad. Should be good.
River crossing.
Water level's not even high, dude. It's freaking low. It looks muddy, so we just got to be careful. So make sure you guys are in 4 high.
How about you winch me across?
That got sketchy there, and the exit is washed out, so be careful.
Copy that. You want to wait up there and let's make sure we all get through.
The exit is the worst part, guys. Be real careful with the exit. It's partially washed out.
I'm through.
Where you at, Brian?
Stuck on this washout right here, coming out of it.
Oh wait, are you stuck?
No, not stuck. Just think I got to take a different angle and get powered up this thing because I started to slide off to the right there. It's a shit spot, man.
All right, hold on, Ryan. Don't go through yet, Ryan.
I am. Yep. Yep, I'm good. Like a glove.
Nice, dude.
V8s had no problems crossing that wash.
All right, let's keep going. So that's the worst one of the two from what I'm told. The other one's filled in with gravel, so we should be good on that one.
That was just sketchy right there with that washed out part, trying to get up that side. I took a bad angle on it the first attempt, and I had to back up and try it again.
Well, you saw when I went into the main wash, dude. I shouldn't have gone over that muddy hill, dude. That got sketchy quick. I do have to say, though, I've been impressed with these tires, man. I've gone into a couple of sketchy sections, and
the truck made it through every single fucking time, dude. It's been awesome.
Yeah, there's definitely been a couple of spots where the KO2s made me wonder a little bit, right? Like, you know, maybe the KM3s or something like that might be a little bit better for some of that muddier stuff.
Next was the main water crossing. Now, this was not too bad anymore since the railroad filled it in with gravel. All right, so we're at the second water crossing, and it definitely looks deep. I hope the gravel's still there. I mean, it's got enough growth and shit on the side, so I'll go first and risk it.
Copy that. Yeah, this is the one. There's a Jeep up there on the other side, too.
All right, let's try this shit. Oh, yeah. Fucking gravel's still there. We're golden.
Yeah, that shit's not even at, like, midway of your tires.
You got 2 more trucks coming, but after the railroad tracks, dude, it's sketchy as fuck. No, it's sketchy as fuck. Look at all the mud. The Mojave roads washed away all throughout Afton Canyon, so it's like pick your own trail, and most of it is fucking mud. So be careful. This is something you also do on these trips. If you ever encounter another group after a bad section, give them a heads up so they can prepare for it. Help each other out. That's what the off-road community is all about, guys. So from here, we had to make a decision. So we have a choice to make here. Do we cut out a little early, or do we do a little bit more trails? Keeping in mind that we may still see some mud, we may see some rough trails and all that stuff. What do we want to do?
I'm still over half a tank of gas, so I'm good with whatever we do.
Ryan, you gonna keep going?
Yeah, I got about half a tank. I'm good, and I got 5 gallons, so I'm down for whatever.
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep the adventure rolling.
God, that thing doesn't turn.
Welcome to mid-travel, dude. They all turn like shit. Bailey's kit from HRD is supposed to turn better, but if you bend that, you're never getting that suspension apart. So we decided to keep going and quickly got a reality check. Have your windshield wipers going for that one. Holy shit, that sucked.
Yeah, that was deep and soft.
And I was in 2-wheel drive. I didn't realize I was still in 2-wheel drive.
I saw you hit it and threw mine back in the 4 real quick.
Fuck it, eh? The whole trail that we made going is gonna be muddy.
Shit, dude, that's like gone.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go through that rock pile. I was trying to avoid the rock pile, but I think we have no choice. We gotta go to that rock pile because this is junk. We're not gonna pass that. Tried to go around the mud as much as we could, but we quickly realized the Mojave Road was gone. From Afton Canyon to 15, Mojave Road was nothing but whoops, washboards, and sand. That was all washed away, and all that's left behind was mud, rocks, and some stone. You guys still back there?
Yeah, we're still moving. We got eyes on you.
It's quite difficult to navigate this section, man. Holy shit.
And I certainly don't envy you having to be the lead in this bullshit either, because, I mean, it's hard enough just to follow your line, let alone try to pick it.
I'm just trying to find dry patches that I can drive on, you know? That's it. And there's not many.
This spot right here's probably been the best throughout this whole area. I almost think if you can stay in stuff like this, Elio, it's almost like driving on a sand dune versus mud.
What was amazing is how smooth some of it was, but then you would get surprised by some mud or rocks or something. Very deceptive. And it was very nerve-wracking. So after running this for a while, we stopped to check the trucks and take a break. Alright, after all that crap, I think our truck's more into a quick walk around just to make sure everything's okay.
Copy that.
We just went through some sketchy ass shit. And unfortunately, somewhere along the way,
The last one of the covers. But all in all, she's holding up. Holding up really good. There was a lot of sketchiness on that fucking trail. How come you guys have nowhere near as mud as I do?
I don't know, it's all over mine.
That fucking wide front end is what's doing it.
That's probably what it is. The wider tires are throwing it all down the side of your truck.
Yep.
We all needed the pit stop. The last section was nerve-wracking. I was terrified I was going to get stuck, and trying to perform a rescue in 100-degree weather was going to be brutal. We tried to stay parallel to what used to be the Mojave Road on dry ground as much as possible, but we quickly started to get too rough, and it was not going to, and it's not a good idea to carve your own trails out there. I don't like how this wash looks, man. But I think it might be our only option. What do you think? Should we try to find something parallel or risk it?
I think parallel is just going to be a rough, bad ride all the way around.
Yeah, I think you're right. All right, let's hit it.
Oh, you just missed that fucking rock you went over with your rear diff by like an inch.
And just like that, we were back in the muddy wash. That was the Mojave Road again, and all the way to the exit point. For anyone playing on Mojave Road, even though this was 2 months ago from the time this video dropped, we continued to have rain in the Mojave after this, so I don't think all of it is dry yet. We've heard reports that Soggy is still a lake, so be ready with alternatives. And make sure you have good maps because the road is gone, so you could easily get lost out there. As far as we know, the road to the 15 all the way to Kel Baker was severely damaged or washed away. But there is a bright side. Most of the washboards and whoops on those areas of the road are now gone. But some sections are replaced with rock piles. So again, be careful running out there and planning your next trip. I need to do some mud scraping before we go down the highway because I can't see shit off my sights.
Your whole fucking this side of your truck is just, I don't even know, man. It's layered.
You don't like my wrap? Mine's special. Why do you think her name is Susia?
She's special on that.
Look at the mirror, dude.
That's because those tires stick out.
Oh shit! I need to get some mud flaps, man. That's fucking stupid.
That's because those fucking tires stick out.
Oh shit!
Because look at mine. Mine's nothing like that.
Look at this shit.
I didn't know you were going to add a pressure washer to the
gear
list.
Right?
Yeah, to the gear list.
Looks like I'm gonna have to, but I just can't see shit, dude.
Is that from that last pile of water we went through?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I hit that fairly hard too, and I was like, oh shit.
Now we ended our day at Eddie's World for some good food and candy. I love Eddie's World. And we also got a lot of funny looks because of all the mud on the trucks. Now, despite all the mud, we had a blast out there. It was a proper adventure that we're going to remember for a long time. It was great to be back on the trails with an old friend that I dearly missed, and I can't wait to get back out there and do it again. Now, we didn't get a chance to test out the winch. It was just way too hot out there, and the recovery would have been dangerous. And my tires did really good. The Nitto tires, the TerraGrappler G2s, despite the fact that they're slippery in the wet, they did really good in the mud, so I'm really impressed by them, even though the front two were almost bald. Now, before we go, we're going to end this video with a clip of my wife's reaction of seeing the truck all muddy for the first time. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. If you guys ever want to join us, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. This run was actually listed on our Instagram page, and it was open to all of our followers to join us with some requirements. Obviously, because we're in the middle of nowhere, you can't just go out there without any gear. Make sure you guys follow us Instagram at Keep It Dirty Offroad. Put any questions or comments below. Please consider subscribing, and thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next adventure.
What do you think, hon?
I'm so glad I didn't go. Oh.
Hey. That's its new wrap. Don't chip it away. It's a new wrap.
It's so
Don't chip it away. It's a new wrap.
Oh my god.
I can't.
Your mirror's going to pop out.
The mirror's not good. No, that's just normal. But the mirror won't fold in now because it's too caked on.
Look at the steps. Look at that.
Everywhere I stopped, shit was just dropping off of it, little chunks.
I'm still not helping you wash this.
You never do. I know. There's barely enough for it to pop off. See? Careful. We're preserving the wrap, okay? Don't fuck it up. People pay $3,000 for a vehicle wrap.
I don't think they pay for a mud wrap.
You paid $400
Women pay
for this.
Women pay for the mud wrap, not men.
You paid $400 for this.
Hey, it's her spa day. This is her facial.
Nothing about this is spa.
This is
I
just
think you paid this is crap spa.
Hey, she's gonna get her belly rubbed because of this day.
I think they left a little bit of marking there.
I was pissed. I was washing out the window because I couldn't see shit, and I like put gaps in there. See the water? It messed up my wrap.
Oh.
Oh my god, you really can't tell.
No, right there. Yes, you can. Look, right there and right there.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
Wow, this is...
It's cool, right?
This is something. I
Like, no,
don't
it's
think I've ever seen it this dirty.
Perfect hole. It's just a perfect circle.
What do you think, Christian?
I think. Didn't we just clean this?
Yes, he had to have it detailed before
So
we
what
left.
we're gonna need to clean this now, Christian, is a scrape. We're gonna have to scrape it.
Honey,
Either we should get the sandpaper out.
I think you should take this to the car wash up the street.
I'm like, how much?
How much?
How much to wash it?
And they're going to turn you away and be like,
They're like, no.
You want it to come off and you punch it.
Don't fucking mess with my wrap. I like it. I like it.
You like it, but the next day we're gonna clean it off.
Christian.
Just the belly. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Honey, I think you should take the truck to go get McDonald's.
Don't you dare. Get off. Get off. Stop. Stop.
Don't you do it.
Get away from the truck.
Ethan.
Get away from the truck. This is already going too long, all right? Get away.
You can edit it.
It looks good.